So real quick, I wanted to throw something out there. Everybody's covering Dr. Umar Johnson lately, and all all the things that have happened with his family and whatnot. Being a deadbeat. So real quick, man. Want just I'm thinking about other pieces of it, right? So I've made a comment that Dr. Umar Johnson is the worst thing for black people. Following him will lead us straight to hell, right? And I'm standing by that. My wife can't stand him. Can you?
Mm-mm.
You don't like him?
Nope.
Why?
He's a jerk.
What make you say that?
Because he just speaks things that he shouldn't say.
Like what?
He's very derogatory about other people.
What else?
I don't appreciate the name calling. And his
Yeah.
constant repeating drives me crazy.
He say he does 3 times because cognitively, people remember in threes. But so I'm not gonna go into the thing about the kids and the baby mamas and all because that's been covered enough. The part that I want to go into is talking about. Uh, I want to ask him a question, and that question is, what is the reason why he hasn't married the other women or been out of kids like? Cause he preaches so much to black men. Stop making baby mamas. Stop creating these single mom households. Be there for your children. Right? What is his reason for not doing it himself? That way we can all be uh, educated and understanding the parameters of it. Because clearly, if he found a good reason, other people should be able to find a good reason too. I think. Not saying that we want that, but there's got to be some kind of consistency with something like that. So, the areas that I'm thinking about, he said all black all the time, right? But what bothers me with that, there's video of him talking about, HBCUs, and we got to go back to those and that kind of thing. He is telling someone, yes, try to attend an HBCU, try to do this, try to do that. But if you get an opportunity from a white school, don't waste that opportunity. Go to the white school. Okay. Now, also, he was talking about FDMG, the school he's making. He said that he had all these people lined up to work for him, and then this happened, that happened, and then he said that he had to go ahead and let white people help him instead of black people because they wouldn't act right. Okay, so that's tough right there, right? What's the reason? What is the reason that he can give for going and occasionally dipping in things that are white? Because he's so pro black. I mean, he pushes it so hard. But when you look at things, man, it only makes stuff worse doing it the way he's talking about. I don't know how much I don't know how much people really think about this stuff, but he targets black women because black women are going to be a majority group that's going to support him through and through. But all that's doing is creating a whole lot more insecurities and victims. And what I mean by that, all right. So he says, "Black queens forever, snow bunnies never." Ain't that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then the snow bunny is talking about someone that's not black. Uh, I don't like that name calling. My wife is white and she's not no bunny. I don't like that. But the whole thing too, he derogatorily talks about black women as well. Just all these little nicknames. That's not good. And he's actually creating another monster because to him, you can only interact with him and be a part of him if you're 100% natural. So if there's a woman that decides that she wants to do a little bit something different with her hair or her skin or her lips or whatever, you are not good enough if you're not natural, all natural. So now that woman is not comfortable, you taking away her security. Now, obviously that goes with different levels, but the core thing about it, a woman has to be a certain way to be acceptable. That's creating another subgroup of prejudice and pressure and insecurity, expectations for someone to be something. You can't do that to people. You can't do it to people. It's not right. If a woman wants to wear whatever she wants to wear, it makes her feel confident and comfortable. Now, again, we are talking within constraints. She should be allowed to do that and not be judged by that. That's not right to do anyone that way. So, whatever the reason it is that he has that he can be out of his kid's life, he has three baby mamas right now, so two of them can be the queens that he's looking for because he mentioned that they're still in love with him. So, if that's the case, that's your two queens right there. I mean, it's just it's very disappointing that this is going this way. And the last piece of it, I need to see book, chapter, and verse in the Bible that talks about what Umar is talking about. I don't see anywhere where it's talking about we need to be segregated to purify a race. That's nowhere in the Bible. And if people can follow that if you want to as far as what he's talking about, go ahead and enjoy it, but it's not in the good book. So you guys can do what you want as far as being a supporter of his, and then y'all are just gonna represent hell together. But me, I decide that I'm gonna let Jesus determine what I do, and Jesus never talked about having classes in that way. That's why the day of Pentecost means so much, because once he resurrected and all the disciples went out there, all these different nations were coming and were speaking in tongues and yada yada. Amen. What that did was eliminate social classes. So now there's not one group or one people that's better than another. Everyone's the same because now we all have the opportunity to pursue a relationship with Jesus Christ. If we can get to God the Father through the Son, everyone can do that. So that means we're all the same. Now, different people will do things differently. Not everyone cares about being righteous and not taking from people and hurting folks. That's a part of life. That doesn't mean we have to conform to it and create even more division. That's not what this world needs, man. Right now, we need to make sure that men are given the benefit of the doubt because stuff is tough. Things are rough, man. Everybody's struggling. So let's help each other. Let's do that. Fathers, let the fathers be there for the kids. Right now, it's so important to do it because the generation now is headed for disaster. We got to do something about it. And I'm here. I'm gonna try my best. Still, I'm doing everything I can right now to set that example for my children. That regardless of what happens, you still have to be a good man. You control what you do. So we all got to put our weight on this. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't have any hate for Umar. Okay, I don't, and I don't wish bad on anyone. But I do hope that right now he's able to understand. You got to change your tactics because right now it's only creating more division. And then once he's exposed to something, everything he built is torn down now. There's no excuse at all to not attempt to be in your children's lives. There's nothing you can say that makes it a good reason. Right? Nothing at all. If he's being kept from them, that's not something he can help. But if he's choosing not to be involved, hey man, you can't talk about nobody or say what anyone needs to do or judge anyone, and that's how you're moving. So, I do hope that he gets himself back straight, and I do hope that he's able to change the perception that he has right now and do the right things. Because he does have a good message, but his message is targeted for things about 60 years ago. Let's stop talking about how bad somebody is, how awful these people are. Let's stop doing that. Love, peace, harmony. Now, there will be conflict all the time. There will be there, but there's certain ways to handle it. But God, we just got to get back to Alpha. We got to return to Alpha. That's the only thing we can do. Got to return to Alpha. Right. Peace, y'all. Hold it down.